The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live is here, and episode 1 titled Years was a fantastic start to the series, but seeing Rick and Michonne back on screen wasn't the only treat fans received, as there were several Easter eggs scattered throughout the first episode. Let's take a look at our favorite Easter eggs from the first episode of The Ones Who Live. Before we jump in, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Walking Dead content, as well as other videos on gaming and entertainment. And while you're at it, head over to our website, strangelyawesomegames.com. So let's dive into the first Easter egg, which I titled The Art of Peace Book. Speculation has run rampant that Morgan will be returning to The Ones Who Live, which would be appropriate because Rick's journey began with Morgan all those years ago, and why not have it end with the two characters who started it? We may have gotten a hint that he will be returning in this series, though. When Okafor gives Rick and Pearl books to read, The Art of Peace is at the top of that stack, and if you remember, that was also Morgan's favorite book in the series, and it helped guide his character arc to be more peaceful in that standalone episode that he was in with Eastman. In the second Easter egg, I title it The Hospital Parallel. Earlier in the first episode, Rick cuts off his own hand in order to attempt an escape, which is unfortunately foiled by Okafor before Rick can get away. When Rick wakes up, though, it's in a military hospital, which brings strong and obvious parallels here because Rick wakes up in a hospital in the first episode of The Walking Dead, and even in the comics as well, Rick wakes up in a hospital. A new chapter in Rick's journey begins, and it's the exact same way that he begins, which is a very neat Easter egg that was created by the show. What's also neat is the third Easter egg, which is the helicopters, which has been a theme throughout The Walking Dead, and a constant message that there's some sort of power or authority out there, whether it's good, sinister, or etc. In the first episode, Rick sees a helicopter in Atlanta, and he sees them throughout his 9 seasons on the show, including being taken away in one after blowing up in the bridge. It's only fitting then that Rick would become a helicopter pilot with the CRM. It says a lot about Rick's journey that he is now what the helicopter represented before, and that is part of why he wants to get away so badly. So let's dive into the fourth Easter egg, which is Rick's grenade usage. Rick doesn't often use grenades, and when he does, it's normally a way for him to have the group escape control. In Season 1, as example, when he used the grenade that he found in the army tank in Atlanta to escape the CDC, especially after Jenner finally relents from trapping them to a fiery fate. In the first episode of The Ones Who Live, Rick again is about to use grenades to escape control. This time it's through the CRM as he is attempting to escape before Pearl and a young survivor cause him to stay. The fifth Easter egg is called A's and B's. We learn a lot more about A's and B's in the first episode, which is very, very cool, and it brings a nice added detail on the story. With A's being the leaders that CRM doesn't want to allow inside the wall, and B's are basically those who will easily follow the rules and authority without questioning it too much. The Civil Republic wants B's, but A's are sent away to die. It's not the first time A's and B's are mentioned throughout. When Jadis is making a deal to CRM to save Rick after the bridge, she's quoted and tells the CRM that Rick is a B. She is clearly lying in this moment, perhaps because she has developed a respect for Rick from their interactions, and probably has a plan of her own, but only time will tell to see if that plan will get acted upon in this. The sixth Easter egg is the bottle message. When Rick asks Okafor what he knows about him, Okafor references the message in the bottle, indicating that he knows about Michonne, Judith's names, and etc. This is a reference to the ending of the sequence of the finale of The Walking Dead, where Rick is captured in his third escape attempt. This includes the message that he hid in the bottle, and he tried sending her during that escape. To keep, continuity, Rick actually doesn't mention about RJ because he doesn't know about him. He was born after Rick was basically disappeared. For the same reasons, Okafor doesn't know anything about him either. The seventh Easter egg, and this is my favorite Easter egg from the bunch, is the bombings. In an outstanding scene between Rick and Okafor, Okafor demonstrates that Rick is not the only one who has experienced sacrifice and loss. Not only that, took risks as a whole as well. It turns out that the part of why Okafor is trying to change the CRM from within is because of how the things he's done has affected him, including the result of the death of his own wife. Okafor was quoted saying that he was the one that bombed Atlanta and Los Angeles. These are the two locations that are chosen very intentionally by the writers, as, again, we saw Atlanta being bombed in Season 2 of The Walking Dead, and Los Angeles is bombed very early on in Fear the Walking Dead. It seems Okafor played a role in both of those in the show as well. And the eighth and final Easter egg was the letters. And what Rick says is his final letter to Michonne seems very resigned to the fate and future with the CRM. He says that he cannot see the dead anymore and that he cannot see her. It's a connection from the finale of The Walking Dead, where Rick basically writes to Michonne that he sees the dead every day and that he thinks of her every day. This changes in Rick. It basically shows a powerful way of showing how broken of a character his spirit became before that helicopter ride at the end of the episode. Side note as well, even when he mentions that the fact that I tried and I failed, it's sort of similar to his message to Morgan in Season 2 when Rick basically uses the radio to contact him for the last time, which was a great eye for detail and could be another signal that Morgan could be involved in The Ones Who Live. My question for you listening is, what was your favorite Easter egg? Did you like the episode as much as we did? Am I missing an Easter egg that I didn't notice? Let me know in the comments section, and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for even more amazing Walking Dead content. Also head to our website at strangelyawesomegames.com for more gaming and entertainment. Have a great day, everybody.